Before man was ever created, before the earth was ever made, there was only darkness. An infinite void where nothing existed, no time, no space, nothing at all. But then a sound echoed through the nothingness, a single word spoken into existence. Let there be light. And from that moment, everything began. The cosmos, the galaxies, stars, planets, the solar system, the earth, all came into existence. And yet they were incomplete. They lacked order, lacked harmony. There was war and strife between primordial beings. All of creation was in chaos until a single deity stepped forward to bring it all into balance, the god of the abyss, the one who resided in the darkest depths, the original Punisher, he who brought judgment upon the wicked, the lord of the underworld Tartarus. Welcome, traveler, to our channel, where we explore the many myths and legends of the ancient world. Today we speak of a truly terrifying being, one who epitomized justice and retribution, the one known as Tartarus. Though his name has been lost to the ages, his deeds still echo throughout the halls of Valhalla, whispered in fear and reverence by all who have heard his story. His likeness is carved into the walls of the underworld, a reminder of the fate that awaits all who defy the natural order. For Tartarus was not merely a god, he was a force of nature, an embodiment of the balance that kept the world in equilibrium. He was the jailer of the cosmos, charged with punishing those who broke the laws of the universe. Even the gods themselves trembled before him, for he did not care for their power or their glory. He was above such things. His duty was absolute, unwavering, eternal. So let us tell you the tale of this mighty god and explore the depths of his being, for even in the darkest abyss there is beauty to be found. But first, we ask you, traveler, to show your support for our work. Your patronage means the world to us and allows us to keep bringing these videos to life. So show your support and join us on our journey. There are many names for Tartarus, but few are spoken aloud for fear of drawing his attention. Some call him the Eternal Sentinel, for he stands ever vigilant at the gates of hell, barring the entrance to the realm of the dead. Others know him as the Lord of the Abyss, for his domain is in the deepest pits of the underworld, where light cannot reach and where souls are judged. But to those who knew him best, he was simply Tartarus, the one who brought judgment upon the wicked and balance to the scales of fate. He was born of the first primordial beings, the ones who came into existence before time itself, and was a member of the elder race of Titans. But unlike his kin, he was not bound by the laws of mortality, nor did he fear the passage of time. He was eternal, unchanging, forever the same. When the elder gods first set about creating the world, they knew that it would need to be balanced, that there must be order and harmony in all things. And so they called upon Tartarus to be the jailer of the cosmos, the punisher of the wicked, the enforcer of the natural order. And he accepted this burden willingly, for he knew that it was his duty to uphold the balance, to ensure that the scales of fate did not tip. His power was immense, even among the gods. He could shake the very foundations of the earth. With his wrath and his presence alone was enough to strike fear into the hearts of mortals and immortals alike. But he was not a god of destruction, but rather of balance, of order, of retribution. He did not punish for the sake of punishment, but because it was his duty to uphold the cosmic order. His home was in the deepest pits of the underworld, in a place where light could never reach and where the souls of the dead were judged. It was a dark and somber place, but it was also a necessary one, for it was here that the dead were separated from the living, and it was here that Tartarus carried out his eternal duty. It was said that he had no equal, that he was the only one who could do what he did, the only one who could stand against the forces of chaos and keep them in check. For he was the Lord of the Abyss, the one who dwelt in the darkest depths, and he was the only one who could do what he did. He was a being of pure energy, a vortex of power and order, and he was eternal. Time had no meaning for him. For he had existed since the dawn of creation, and would continue to exist long after the universe itself had ended. As the jailer of the cosmos, Tartarus's duty was to punish those who broke the laws of the universe, those who sought to disrupt the balance, those who sought to bring chaos to the world. And he did not care for their power or their glory. He was above such things. His duty was absolute, unwavering, eternal. He had no pity for the wicked, no mercy for the corrupt, and no fear of the powerful. He was the ultimate arbiter of justice, the final judge of the damned, and he was feared throughout the universe. Even the gods themselves trembled before him, for he was one of the oldest and most powerful beings in existence. He had seen the rise and fall of countless civilizations, the birth and death of countless stars, and he had punished countless gods and monsters for their transgressions. But he was not just a punisher. He was also a guardian, a protector of the natural order. He was the one who kept the forces of chaos in check, the one who ensured that the world remained in balance. He was the jailer of the cosmos, and he took his duty seriously. He was the one who watched over the portals to hell, making sure that the dead did not linger in the land of the living, and that the souls of the wicked did not escape the clutches of the underworld. He was the one who kept the monsters of myth and legend trapped in their lairs, the one who made sure that they did not wreak havoc on the world. He was a being of pure energy, a force of nature, an embodiment of the balance that kept the world in equilibrium. He was the jailer of the cosmos, the punisher of the wicked, and he was the lord of the abyss. For Tartarus was not just a god. He was a force of nature, an embodiment of the balance that kept the world in equilibrium. He was the punisher of the wicked, the one who brought order to chaos, the one who is feared throughout the universe. And though his name may have been lost to the ages, his deeds still echo throughout the halls of Valhalla, whispered in fear and reverence by all who have heard his story. Tartarus itself is rarely pictured, but scenes showing the Titans Typhon or Hecaton shires chained in an abyss symbolically represented. Artists inspired by Greco-Roman mythology occasionally painted Tartarus as a dark pit or subterranean prison, often conflating it with Hades. Fantasy literature, video games, and movies often show Tartarus as a fiery or shadowy realm, heavily influenced by later ideas of hell rather than the original Greek vision of a cold, distant abyss. So remember, traveler, when you hear the echoes of Tartarus in the darkness, that he is the lord of the abyss, the keeper of the underworld, and the one who brings judgment upon the wicked. We hope you enjoyed our exploration of this fascinating god and the mysteries of the underworld. If you did, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. And if you want to learn more about the pantheon of Greek gods and monsters, stay tuned for more content. Until next time, farewell, and may the Lord of the Abyss watch over you in your journey through the realms of the ancients. May the gods be with you